Hello, everyone. It's Mona again from Back Pain Movement Makers, and today it's day 78 in our 365 days challenge where we go live to talk about healing back pain for good, a living fulfilled life, 365 days in a row. And the challenge for you is to keep up. Okay. Uh, Today we are in a review period and it began with day 71, and we are doing 10 days in a row where we talk about one of the 10 daily holistic healing habits each day. Before that we have used 1 week for a whole for every habit. But now we're doing a review period, it's kind of summary. So if you're interested in this, please, and if you haven't watched the videos before this, begin with video 71, okay? And then go on. So today is the 8th of the 10 daily holistic healing habits, and it's about good sleep. And since the habits are channeled from the highest consciousness through me, I'm going to let the highest consciousness give this summary as well. So I'll hand you over to them. Sit back a little bit. It's quite cold here. It's summertime. It's not very warm at all. So I'll put my feet up so I won't freeze. Okay, here we go. Good sleep. What is good sleep? Good sleep, first of all, should be normal sleep. What do we mean by normal sleep? Normal sleep, that means that you're not taking any pills, so you kind of pass out. That is not what we're talking about. Some periods people need that because they are too stressed to being able to rewind and have a good sleep. But it's much better that people try to do the things that are really important, both throughout the day and before you even go and put yourselves down in bed. And those things are that you have to rewind before you go to bed. It's essential. Your bed should be connected in every way with either resting, sleeping, or making love. And for example, if you are having trouble rewinding before you go to sleep, there are so many methods that you could use before this. Not doing anything and go to bed and hope you will have good sleep. That is not a very good situation and thinking pattern at all. You should go to bed and lay down when you feel peaceful, when you're tired and you think that it's time to go to bed. And good sleep has to be initiated before you go to bed. A very good thing to do before you go to bed. Either you could sit down, you can have a journal, a notepad, and write anything down that comes to mind that is kind of stressful, annoying, or something like that. And then you empty your head. You put a timer on, for example, 3 to 5 minutes, and then you write everything down, and then you say to yourself, now I can sleep peacefully. I don't have to remember anything of this, because in the morning, if I want to, I could check this out again. And most of you don't, because the thoughts going on in your head, they're just rubbish. It's the ego ruminating and haunting you by everyone and everything and so on. It's nothing to really listen to. So journaling before you go to bed, doing some kind of mindfulness exercise could be good. Meditating is also very effective. And Mona's favorite is just to put her hands on her heart chakra and ask us for help to feel her true self and also feel our presence, feel the energy of us. And of course, she's been practicing about this, but immediately she becomes calm. And of course, some days she needs to repeat that, but it always works. The hard thing is to stay in that feeling while you go to sleep. Because if you are in unconditional love or in inner peace vibration when you go to sleep, you are having good sleep. Because your bodies need to reset throughout the night. There are so many activities going on the inside of your bodies while you're sleeping. And that is when you're having a normal, a natural sleep. There are so many thought process going on. Your subconscious mind is doing some uh, kind of what to think, how to handle things that has come up throughout the day and so on. And there are also, of course, physical things going on in your inner organs that uh, helps to have a natural sleep, of course. And normally, people need to sleep between 7 and 9 hours a night. And but if you go to bed just having 7 hours before you go to bed and uh, when you go to bed, from when you go to bed until your alarm goes off, that is not 7 hours of good sleep, because it takes some minutes to go to sleep. And if you fall asleep immediately when you put your head on your pillow, maybe you're just not sleeping enough. So you should put aside at least 7.5 hours so to get the sleep that you need. And some people need more sleep. That's true also. And Mona has asked us about this amount of time, because when she is really, really high in her vibration and consciousness, she really doesn't need that much sleep. And that's true. But then it should be like a bonus. You should not aim for being high vibrationally and in high spirit to be able to sleep less. That is the wrong way to look at this. It should be more like if you're in high vibration and you haven't got that much sleep because you were in too high vibration to fall asleep at night, that won't affect you that much in the morning, because high vibration and unconditional love and inner peace is your natural state. And then, of course, there are things to think about, what you eat and drink before you go to sleep. Um, a lot of people can't go to sleep when they have eaten too much, and that's true for some people. And some people can't go to bed if they are even a little bit hungry. But if your tummy should work with digestion, if your we should say, if your body should work with digestion for hard digestion, which it is if you have eaten too much, let's say 2 hours before you go to sleep, then it will take some energy just to digest the food instead of resetting. So it's good to think about that you don't eat too much before 2 hours at least before you go to sleep. Um, Caffeine, of course, some people are affected, and some people are not in their minds. Um, but you should really think about this, and you could also journal about this and see for yourself what you are gaining from having tea. For example, Mona and Thomas, they are like tea junkies, but they have uh, got into a new habit, so they are just having herbal tea in the mornings, and they don't drink black tea then later in the mornings. That is a good habit. Um, so try to journal little bit about what to eat and what to drink and so on, and what is causing you to sleep better and what is disturbing your sleep. Then, of course, what happens if you wake up at night? When Mona was clinically depressed in 2004, she was asked to not ever look at the alarm clock or any clock at all, or watch at all if she woke up in the middle of the night, because just realizing it didn't matter if it was, excuse us, 6 hours before she should go up, or half an hour or 10 minutes or whatever. She became stressed no matter what. So her doctor said to her, you should never look what time it is. And she hasn't. And when she falls back once in a while to do that, it affects her immediately. Her mind starts to count down how many hours and minutes there are left before the alarm goes off, and it's not very good. Then, if you are having kind of disturbing thoughts, have a notepad next to your bed, write down every thought that is disturbing you, then just put it aside. Ask us for help to go back to sleep peacefully, and we will help you. If you are having disturbing nightmares, Mona has come up with a very good advice, uh, and that is to go back, not sleeping, but go back in your mind to where the dream was most horrible. And since everything is possible in dreaming, you could do or have someone else do anything and everything. You could have magic forces, you could have special skills, you could call for help from someone who can fly, whatever. And then just recreate the ending of the nightmare. So it empowers you, so it feels good to fall asleep, because then the nightmare has lost its power over you. That is a very good one. Then, of course, there are environment issues. You shouldn't have your bedroom with a lot of disturbing things. It should feel peaceful when it comes to color, when it comes to material, when it comes to um, decorating patterns, smells, temperature, whatever. And this is something you could journal on too. When you have had really, really good sleep in other places than your bedroom, what was the difference? What are the similarities and so on? Some people like to have it very dark, and some people like to have it kind of bright. That's something that is worth investigating. And then, of course, be nice to yourself about sleeping. And there are also sleeping patterns that are kind of personal too. For example, if Mona goes up before 6 o'clock a.m., no matter how little she has slept, she is feeling a lot more energy, and she is feeling more like, well, she has it going. But if she waits and sleep past 6:30, well, she's kind of lazy all day, no matter how much or how little she has slept. So this is something. So for her, for example, going to sleep at 9 or 10 and waking up around 5 to 6, that is her best period for having sleep. But she is also kind of night owl. She loves to being up late at night, and especially here in the northern hemisphere, where it's not dark more many hours at all where they live. um, it's kind of difficult to go to bed early. At 9 o'clock here, it's bright daylight, and it's kind of luxury thing for her to be up very, very late. And of course, then afterwards she has to pay for it. And it's every time she's free from work for a longer period, she becomes a night owl instead. And that is okay, where she shouldn't go up that early in the morning. But for her, when she works, it's best to go to sleep somewhere between 9 and 10 p.m. and wake up in the morning around 5 o'clock. That's her best. So that is something to think about as well. Well, there are a lot of parameters around sleep, and the best way to know what's perfect, the best sleep for you, is also to journal about this. And some people say that exercising is very good, uh, but you shouldn't exercise uh, too. Um, so so you don't get much time between the exercising and you going to bed, because the endorphins and the well-being hormones that is produced throughout the workout could keep you up. But that is also very individual. most important, we should say, try to investigate what is disturbing you most in life. Because when you are becoming conscious about what negative thinking and feeling patterns that are controlling you, you could begin to break free from them. And for example, if you've been journaling for a week, go back, look at the thinking, the comments, the thoughts that you have written down. What are they? And also analyzing why are they haunting you? And then just decide that I'm not going to put my energy on those thoughts anymore. I don't want to live in those negative feelings anymore, and especially not when I should go to bed and reset everything in my system, or my systems, we should say. Okay, that's everything for us for today. We should hand you over to Mona again. Okay. Well, night owl as I am, it's almost midnight and I'm still up. So are my kids, or our kids. They are the same way as I am in this. We love to be up late. Of course, we're very lazy in the morning, so it's not very good at all. But well, when we're free from work and school, we could do a little bit as we please. Okay, tomorrow it's day 79 and the 9th of the 10 daily holistic healing habits, and it's about spiritual reminders. Well, those of you who have followed us, you know what we're talking about, and the rest of you, you will find out tomorrow. Okay. And if you know someone that has back pain and believes in channeling, and if they want to see if this is something for them or not, please send them the link to day 71, because that's the first day of the summary of these 10 daily holistic summaries. Okay. And until then, tomorrow, much love and blessings to all of you. Bye.